This is Algebra 2, Lesson 5.3, Power Functions. Now a power function is any equation in this format, which looks really similar to the exponential formats from last lesson. The difference is that here, my power is going to be a number, versus yesterday, my power was a variable. Exponential. Okay? And I can have other stuff with that, like I can multiply a 2 in front or add a 7 in back, but whenever the power is a number, that's power. Whenever it's an exponent, that's a variable, it's exponential. So, on this lesson, we're going to talk specifically about solving power functions. That is, solving when we see a power that is a number. So on that first example, I have x to the power of 4 equals 516. To solve something in exponential format, I have to raise both sides of the equation to the reciprocal of the current power. So what I mean is, right now I see a power of 4, so I need to put on both sides of the equation power of 1/4, power of 1/4. The 1/4 and the 4 cancel out, x drops down, and I do 516 to the power of 1/4, and that's my answer. Now it's going to look kind of silly, but this is how I'm going to write it. Because I don't like writing all tiny like that, it's hard for me to see. So I need to put power of 1/4, power of 1/4 on each side of the equation. The 1/4 and the 4 cancel out, and x is whatever 516 to the power of 1/4 is. That 1/4 has to be in parentheses, or I could just use the decimal of 0.25. But I'm going to use that 1/4 in parentheses, and that is my answer. So my solving works with these larger equations as well, where I do my usual steps first, where I need to undo the minus with a plus. Undo my multiply with a divide. Uh, 8.5. And then I'm going to undo my power of 7 with a power of 1/7. Power of 1/7. The 7 and the 1/7 cancel out, so x is, and if I do 8.5 to the power of the reciprocal 1/7, I get my answer. So if your number starts as a whole number, remember over 1, if your number starts as a fraction, you can literally flip the fraction, and that's the reciprocal. I have a word problem. We'll set it up and we'll solve it the same way. Rita deposits $500 in an account so that the doubling time will be 8 years. What percentage do we need to double the money? So I'm thinking back to my percent change from last lesson. I need 1 plus the percent for my percent change. So we'll start by dividing both sides by 500. I'm going to undo the power 8 with power of 1/8. And then finally I'll undo my plus 1. Which if I convert to a percentage is 9%. 9% interest rate would double that money for me in 8 years. That is it for the for the examples. Good luck on the exercises, and let me know if you have any questions.